Okay, just tell us a story about John. What's your first memories of John?
Well, my first memory of John and the whole group from Star of the Sea was that they came over in our 9th grade year to Kuntz. And I had been in Kuntz since, of course, 7th grade. And the big story was these wild kids from Star of the Seas were going to come. And you know what? It's kind of true. They were a lot of fun, but they were kind of wild. The only other story I can think of offhand is that one year, and I don't remember which one it was, and I can't remember which girls were there, but I had a slumber party at my house, and my parents had an apartment behind their house that they used to rent out, but it wasn't being rented, so we had the slumber party there. And I guess some of the boys, and John was with them. I don't even know who the other boys were, but I remember John because he gave me such a bad time afterwards. They decided to come and sneak down where we were having the slumber party. Now my father, who was an old retired Navy chief, looked out, and my parents had a hedge coming towards the front door, and my dad said to my mother, "I think we have some visitors arriving at the house." And he says, "I'm going to have some fun." And my dad had an old air rifle that they had fruit trees. He used to shoot the robins in the summertime. So he got this gun, which didn't work, and he went to the door, and there were these young men crouching down, trying to come down the driveway to the apartment. And my dad stepped out, and he said in a very loud voice, "Margaret, I think we have some visitors here." And he raised his gun, and John stood up with his hands up in the air and says, "Don't shoot, don't shoot, we're leaving, we're leaving." And I didn't know about it till the next day, but after that, they always give me a bad time about my dad and his gun. And that's the only real good story I have about John.
Cool. Thanks very much for telling us that story.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you, very nice. And just put down a little bit more so you can see your face, okay? And remember the first time you met John, or do you remember early days of John?
Yes, in grade school, and he was always at our house, and my mom absolutely loved him. And my mom was a little 5', 98-pound little woman, and John would always come in and call her Lily. And it was like my mom had 2 boys instead of 1. But I just remember John. Oh, a good one for me is when I was a freshman in high school and John and Gary were seniors. I always felt comfortable because, you know, I was so shy. And you had these big jocks, you know, I mean, they were in that club, trust me, and they'd be standing against the wall, and it was like, "Don't even look at my little sister like that." And John he was like my big brother. So I guess that's one of my fond memories, is that it was protecting the little sister, and he was a sweetheart, and we're going to miss him.
Very cool.